Laws that deal with race and sexual orientation have been passing through state legislatures all over the country.
Recently, Florida passed a law banning the teaching of sexual orientation or gender identity in grades K through 3rd.
News 4's Brent Skarkey joins us with what this could mean for Oklahomans. Good evening, Brent.
And good evening to you. That Florida law has been making national headlines, but we wanted to know if Oklahoma has or could soon have its own Don't Say Gay bill.
That's why we're so cautious about who our kids are with and what they're doing and what they're talking about and what they're learning.
A Florida state senator on his state passing House Bill 1557, what some are calling the Don't Say Gay bill. The legislation states that teaching on sexual orientation or gender identity would be banned in kindergarten through grade 3 or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. The new state law sparking protests in Florida, but some are saying Oklahoma already has a version of the law.
House Bill 1775 is an overly vague bill that prevents conversations on race, gender, and sexual orientation within public schools.
The ACLU of Oklahoma has filed a lawsuit against the state over what most people know as the critical race theory bill, but they say it limits other topics as well.
We have already seen university professors remove content from their curricula that addresses sexual orientation as well as gender identity.
They're similar and somewhat related, but no, they are not the same bill as what Florida has just passed.
Senator Nathan Dahm says that House Bill 1775 only bans the requirement of students to take sexual orientation and gender identity courses in college. But would he be in favor of a Florida-style Don't Say Gay bill?
With some of these ideas that are being pushed on young students, even in our elementary schools, yes, I think it is something that is necessary.
Well, this isn't happening in our schools in the first place, so why are we trying to write a piece of legislation to stop something that's not happening?
Representative Rosencrantz is a former teacher from Norman.
As a parent of a trans boy, I can tell you right now that any of this kind of erasure or using this fear-mongering is extremely dangerous.
If it's something that parents want to have a conversation with their children about, that's one thing, but no, government employees should not be having this conversation with these young students.
Well, the deadline to introduce new legislation has passed, but Dahm says they could find an education-based bill that Florida-style language could be added to and then pass that this session. We'll keep you posted.